Was just watching this thing and I was talking about a 6 foot tall giant fucking dad. You know why it failed? Because you disrespected God by saying, "Oh, 6 foot men," and women, and the women are going, "Yeah, 6 foot man." And why did it fail? Because you disrespected God. Okay, stop with the judgmental on heights, body parts, money, everything, because that is against God. It's against righteousness. It's all evil. And that's why it's failing. That's why you're in doom, because you're just following Satan. You're doing everything against God. Like that is the normal righteous way, right? All these things of discriminating men or discriminating women, right? They are evil. That's why they fail, because they are evil. That's why you're sitting there going, "Ah, oh, it's a shit night. It was this." Yeah, because it's evil. You're discriminating men. Okay, the thing that come out of the woman's mouth straight away was, "Oh, men was stinky. They were this." So you're discriminating men. Who the hell do you think you are? You're not God. There's your mistake. That's your mistake every time you do this. Oh, man of this, man of that. Yeah, you're acting like you're God. Okay, you're not. That's why it's failing, because you think you're God, and God will humble you like you've never been humbled. And you've been humbled, haven't you? You ended up going home alone, whinging and crying about the event because you disrespected God. So he humbled you. All them women who went to that event because they were, "Oh, I want a 6 foot man." Bam, straight away, discrimination, man. You've got to be 6 foot. Bam, against God. Straight away. Straight away. You've got, "Oh man, 6 foot." So you're judging men on their height. Straight away, that's against God. Bang. That's why the event was crap. And man, you're to blame for it too. Oh, 6 foot men. No. Stop this crap of body parts and everything. It's against God. End of story. That's why it's failing. That's why it's going down in a rabbit hole and burning to pieces. That's why so many relationships are failing, because they're against God. But you don't see it because you're all ignorant buffoons, sleeping around and stuff and wondering why marriages are failing, why relationships are failing, why people are so judgmental. It's all against God. It's all against our Creator. And you wonder why it fails, because it's not His will. It's not His way. So it crumbles because you go against His will. It's pretty simple. Like, I'm stuffed. My life's trash. And people say, "Don't listen to this guy. He doesn't know what he's talking about." Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. No, but it was the brainwashing that ruined my life. Believing everything that you all told me, and that was my undoing. That was my demise. And God came in like a rushing wind. And they always say He comes when you're at your weakest moment, so then you can see. And I'm like, why? It's because it's the only way you can see people is when they're broken. Because most of the time their ego and their pride and everything clouds their view on God and everything. It's not until they're broken that they can see God. And I've never really had an ego or stuff, like every now and then, yeah. But I did have money. I was kind of trying to buy a house and that, and it was just like I couldn't even afford to get a deposit, man. And I was just like, all right, man. And so I just no women and that, and I did. I went and done. I was sin, man, and it was only till after that I was broken, and I had to figure it out, and I was like, God, what's going on? I go, I'm terrible. I'm a shit human. I fail at everything. I suck. I sin. I can't do this. I white flag straight up. God, what am I doing? I I need you. Forgive me. I'm a stupid human. And I was like, He comes and goes, I'll help you, but it's gonna hurt. You're gonna suffer. And I was just like, okay, how bad? And he goes, very. He goes to be with me. And as soon as he said that, I knew. As soon as he said, if you want to be with me, I knew he was serious. And it hurts, man. I'm suffering bad. Like, I'm broke. I've got things I got to pay for, and every day I'm scraping through. And I applied for jobs and that, and I went to jobs and they want me to bow down and give up my soul just for money. And I go, I can't. I can't give up my soul, man. You just want me to for money. I'm going to the gutter right now. I can't afford things, but you just want me to give up my soul. I can't. I'd rather be in the gutter than lose my soul to God. You don't love me. You don't care for me. All you do is tell me to pay for everything. God doesn't ask that for me. So I chose Him, and I'll give up everything to be with Him. You can say whatever you want, but you just don't love me. You just don't care about me. All you just want me to do is go break my back, make peanuts, save for a coffin. Thank you, but no thank you. I don't appreciate it. I don't think it's humane. I don't think it's caring. I don't think it's loving. And you can sit there and mope around all you want, but it's the most inhumane shit I've had to experience in my life, the way that we're going. Rich people sit up the top, sitting there going, "No, yous don't do enough. Yous don't do that." When it's the people that are making nothing peanuts are the ones who build your businesses, who run your companies, who move your products around. While you sit up there on your high horse talking about how much you did, how hard you did it. That's a load of shit. Without a team, you can't build nothing. Without people buying your product, you are shit. So don't sit there and say, oh, this, that, when it was the people who were getting paid peanuts who would move your stuff, who make this world move. Who builds the roads? It's not you rich people. Who builds the buildings? It's not you rich people. What, you provide the finances? What? But you wouldn't know how to build anything. You wouldn't know the first thing to planting a floor, to raising a building, to making a road, or any of that, because it's the poor people who do it. All this infrastructure around you has been built by the poor people that you poke around, poke like bears, going, you don't do enough, you don't do enough, you don't do enough, you don't do enough. You're a manipulating scumbag. And I wish people could see us, the people out here working their asses off, and right? Yeah, you get no appreciation from it. That rich person up the top, he takes all the claims of, I did it, I did it, I did it. Just have a look at him. Every major business, I've done this business, blah, blah, blah. Just forget all the workers who done everything for them, who get paid peanuts. Some of them are struggling like hell. And then they want to talk about a fair system and equal system and getting paid for what you're worth. What a load of crap. Biggest lie ever. You look at that. What's that guy that's in our country who does that dinosaur museum? Looks like a built bakery. Oh, you're going to tell me he worked hard for his money, are you? Yeah, I'm not playing that game anymore. People are scammers, liars, thieves, con artists, and then they all make all these laws so they can defend themselves from being criminals. And then call me a piece of shit and everything when I've done removals, furniture removals. I've done that for 11 years, and I was like, that was painful. But it was peanut money. So it wasn't about how hard you worked. So I knew that real early. It wasn't about how hard you worked. And most jobs pay peanuts because they want to make a profit for themselves. And everyone's just like, yeah, cool, cool, cool. And I'm like, okay. But money was not at the beginning of time. Okay, money was not at the beginning of time. You had to dig for the shit to make it, melt it down to be used for a currency and stuff. Like it took a long time, but now that's what we live off. We've made that our god. We've made it our god. We've made money our god, and it wasn't even around at the beginning of time. They had flocks, they had fruits, they had all this stuff that they used to exchange with each other, right? So they were helping each other in their communities. There was no money. Look what money's done. Okay, so you just want to sit there and say, oh, you don't have money, you don't have this, right? When I can go back to time and there was no money. When it was the animals and the fruits and the soil of the ground and the seeds and all that, there was no money. So they exchanged things. and help each other out. Their families, like they were put in a place, right? They had all their food, their flocks, and everything. They looked after it, and that's how it began. There was no money, but now because we got made money the main thing. That's what we've done. We're not helping each other. You know what we're doing? We're killing each other. Humans aren't helping each other; they're killing each other because we're so more concerned about having money instead of having humans. Prove me wrong. You just can't. You just can't because you're all about money, not about humans. You would kick a human to the curb for money. Don't tell me I'm lying because I'm not. You just do. And you're so insistent on your money, you'll protect it. But you won't help humans. Everything about you is money. Oh, you didn't buy this? Okay, you can't do anything. Oh, no worries. Money's master, is it? I'm a human piece of shit. Yeah, no worries. I've already had dreams of this stuff, like getting pulled over by cops and everything, and just sitting there listening to them going, I'm just going, you're a piece of shit. You got no heart, no love. You're just a donkey. You don't care about humans while you sit there with your stupid hat. I had a dream like that. I was having an argument with the cop, calling him an inhumane piece of garbage. Just sitting there going, you have no love in your heart. You sit there with your badge and all the stuff going, oh, blah, 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 but you don't have any human conscience. You're too trapped in the world. You don't care about humans. But you're probably one of these coppers who has kids at home, right? Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, don't you think of them? Don't you think of humans? Oh, well, yeah, 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 exactly. Like a lot of these women who let their jobs tell them how to be human instead of going human. I don't hate cops, but a lot of it is all just crap. There's no humane about it. It's all about protecting this and doing that. It's got nothing about humans. It's terrible, man. We have turned our system into who cares about humans. And then we like exaggerate going, oh, we do care about humans. No, we don't. We got that much homeless and everything is that expensive and we're sending more people homeless. So how are we caring about humans? Explain that to me. We don't care about humans. We care more about money than humans. So whatever. All you hear, debt, this, that, yeah. There's nothing about humans. It's all about money. You suck. And don't tell me you love God because everything that comes out of your mouth is money. It's not God. So forget it. I'm sick of seeing this, and God this and God that, but we got to talk about money and money and money and money. And I'm like, oh yeah, not with Jesus. Sorry, not with Jesus. Sorry. I don't care what people say about me anymore. I've lost everything. I worked, but no appreciation, no gratefulness, nothing. I just yeah, just do this and you'll be right. Yeah, no thanks. I'd rather be gone. I've been praying to Jesus every day. Get me out of here. I don't want to do this anymore. Every day. Just I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I got no love, nothing. I'm just ugly, and all they want me to do is work, get paid peanuts, try and save for a house, and then die in a coffin. I don't want that, Jesus. I want out. That's not humane to me. That's just treating me like some sort of statistic piece of garbage and kicking me in the ground and saying, "Oh, that'll be right." Well, as a human being, no, no. I'm a human being, not a piece of shit. And under the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and the Lord Jesus Christ, He says the same thing too. So don't tell me you're a Christian and you're sending people to the gutter. People can't afford things, and then you try and tell me you love God. No. And every excuse comes out is over money, not God. God said you can't have two masters. Well, you're just saying because I'm poor. Yes, I'm poor. And all you're doing is kicking me further into the gutter, making it harder. Saying, "Oh, go get a job." Oh, but you have to pay for this. It's going to cost you this much in fuel, so you'll have nothing anyway. So there's no point if I go to work. Oh, I can't afford anything. But you got to get money to, and it's just around in a circle of illogical shit. People with money say, "Oh no, it's not." Yeah, but what about people who don't have money, who weren't brought up in with money, who didn't have all the shit that yous all have? You didn't think of that, did you? It's like when I got to listen to these girls, like, "You got to have this, you got to this," and I'm like, "You've never lived in the gutter, have you? What? I come from the gutter. What? You're expecting me to abracadabra and come up with all this stuff? No, don't worry about it. I'll be single the rest of my life, listening to how you think you're oppressed. You've never lived in the gutter, but you've been more oppressed than me. You've never lived in the gutter. You've never had your head jumped on. You've never been stomped to death. Never been threatened, right? And you want to come at me? You've got to do this. You've got to go abracadabra. And I'm like, have you ever lived in the street? Oh, no, you've never lived in the street, right? Okay, there's women's centres to go to for you. There's no women. There's no man centre for me. It's the gutter. So I don't want to hear it. I used to have to wipe my ass with leaves. I used to have to steal to eat when I was young. Have you ever had to do that? It wasn't fun. Crying every night because you got no home. Your dad tells you a lie. Oh, I was looking for you. Where? You went to the front door? This was when I was a young kid. 14, 15, 16, 17. Your parents telling you, oh, you're this, you're that. Then they try and tell you they love you? Really? You never found me. You never come looking for me. This is how long it's taken me to realize my dad never loved me. My mum never loved me. I was a disappointment to him because of the way I looked. And they'll sit there and talk all this shit about, oh, no, 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 yes, yes, yes. He's hardly hanging around me. You didn't want to be around me. You don't want to know me. And all you listen to like AC/DC and that and get upset with me because I listen to rap like DMX, who prays to Jesus. You have really got rocks in your head. You didn't care about me. And that's why I'm making these videos about my family. Say all these things, but they never, because of the way I looked. You just didn't love me. You didn't care about me. I was a lost kid. You lived with a woman who hated me, so I ran away because I didn't know what to do. I'm a kid. I was a kid. No brains, nothing. Scared. I don't know where to go, so I ran to the street, crying, suffering, in pain, looking for a father and mother I didn't have. And then telling me, oh, we are your father. No, you weren't. Where were you? You were too busy being an interstate truck driver and riding your motorbike. Our mum was a junkie. I was bound to end up effed up. I'm telling you, there was no clear road for me unless a magic stick of abracadabra was going to stop me from going back to the gutter. It was in Statson, man. Like, there's just not. If I don't have any model, I don't have any love, I don't have any family, the stats say I'm headed for a bad way. That sucks, man. I didn't want this. No, I'm too weak, too brain dead. No example of maturity in anything. All I saw you was, oh, ride bikes and root whores. Yeah, that's a great role model for me. And then you were always in your truck, you were working, fair enough, but getting home and just blaming me because of a vagina, right? You have never supported me in nothing. And then, like, kept trying, and I kept, like, I was a kid, I didn't know much, I didn't think it through, I didn't understand it. It wasn't until, like, you don't really understand anything, like, you're still dumb, but you don't understand anything until you get older. And then you start to look at things a bit different, and you start to analyze it and look thorough, like deep at it. And you're like, hang on a second, you didn't love me at all, you scumbag. You were listening to other people, your son's this, your son's that, without actually loving your son. Taking opinions from other people and shit. Your son's this, your son, yeah, did you ever ask them how they were? Yeah, a bunch of criminals, deceptive pieces of garbage. Yeah, most of your friends are like that. That's why I don't like them. I don't like evil people. I don't like liars. I don't like manipulators. That's why I didn't like any of your friends. Bunch of deceiving liars. Why would I ever like any of them? Then try and act nice to me like, you dude, you're a deceiving liar, man. I know it straight away. Don't play games with me. So I didn't like any of them. I don't like evil people. I don't like gangsters. I don't like any of that. No different than the politicians and government who treat people like shit. who talk all this nonsense and manipulation and leave people in the gutter. You're no different. The bikers are no different. You leave people in the gutter yourself with your drugs and shit, then try and claim the high ground. Oh, come on, shut up. You're just as evil as the government. You can get out of my face. Most of these are cowards. Yeah, you can do whatever you want, dude. You know I won't back down. I'm a Christian, man. We're with God. Your Satan is a pussy who Jesus puts his foot on his face as a footstool. Bam, go down there, Satan. That's where you belong. Like, yeah, exactly. God's on top. Okay? He's always on top. Doesn't matter you want to do all your evil ways, guess where Satan is? Down below, underneath God's foot. So whatever you want to talk, God's on top always. He is the king. He's God. He never loses. So yeah. I'm just done, man. I'm prepared to go. I don't want to be here anymore. There's no love for me. So and I'm like, God, what am I doing here? I mean, I don't have anybody. And everyone's like trying to give me all this, oh, do this, do that. And I'm like, yeah, but what for? You just don't love me. That's the problem. I feel it. Yous are just all fake. You're fake. Oh, go to this center, go over here. And I'm just like, you're fake, dude. Why go there? No one likes me anyway. They don't want to communicate with me. My face is weird looking, so whatever, man. Oh, no, that you're looking at my face. Look, you couldn't tell me with all these scars on my face from the acne I had as a kid. You think I'm stupid? You think I'm stupid? Okay, I've had to deal with this my whole life, man. Scars all over my face from the severe acne I had as a kid. I was poor. I wasn't privileged, and then I had to put up with being poor, ugly, dumb, all this stuff, and you're shattered. Your life is just shattered. You don't know where to look. You don't know where to go. And then people are coming with all this shit, and you're like, hang on a second, are you the one getting smashed here? Oh, but yeah, are you the one who's had severe acne problems and scars all over his face, who gets called ugly from pillar to post when he was growing up, wanted to kill himself? Yeah, I had so many suicidal thoughts when I was growing up. You would not believe. Getting called ugly every day. I remember people killing themselves over something dumb. I go, yeah, oh really? Like I got called ugly every day, poor shit, everything, every day, every which direction. And people go, oh no, you didn't. No, I actually did have a friend, right? And they used to tell me everything that people said about me. Everybody. The goody two shoes who were meant to be the smart kids, nice people. No, they said shit about me too. I went through my whole life hearing all of this. Actually did have friends who cared about me because they come from the street too. And they go, they say all this about you, mate. They say all this about you, mate. They say about this all about you, mate, but they act like a bunch of cowards in front of your face. All my life, man, I had to put up with it. I was always a big kid, called a monster, ugly. And then people want to say all these things, and I'm like, you're privileged. I'm like, oh, really? Is that why you paid me out when I was growing up for being poor? Oh, did you forget that? Oh, white privilege. What white privilege? When you used to all call me poor and a piece of shit and pay me out because I was poor. Really? Privilege? Kiss my ass, man. There was people from coloured backgrounds who had more money than me growing up and used to give me shit because I was poor. So get out of here with your privilege shit. I didn't even have my mum and my dad growing up, basically. My dad was sort of there, but he wasn't a very good role model. And mum was a junkie who went to jail when I was 9. My parents broke up when I was 3. And what do the stats say about that shit? Oh, you're most likely to commit crime and do all this. Well, I did that when I was young because I was on the street, no home. And it was only that God came and said, I can do the impossible. I'm living for God and that's it. No one else. Or I'd be gone. I would have killed myself. I don't want to be here. This is a terrible place. It's only God that's keeping me here, saying, I love you. I care about you. You're not all these things that they tell you. You're none of them. But you're going to go with me, not them. Why would you go with people who insult you, discriminate you, hate you, and tell you to do all these things but give you no love? God's like, no, no more. No more. You don't get to tell me to go work, pay money, and you give me no love. Like I'm some piece of crap that you can just order around. Yeah, Jesus has had enough of it. You don't understand him. Look, go through the back through all the Old Testament, man. He chose men and told them to walk with nothing. Elijah was in the middle of the desert. He gave him water. You just don't understand him, do you? You think all money, all of this, that. Go read all the prophets, man. King David only became rich because he became the king. Before that, he was a poor shepherd. He was demoted by his family. Like, do you even know who King David was? He was the runt of the family. The runt. He was probably the one the girls all went, until he became king. Yeah. Wow. Then you got like Solomon and all that. Like, these people were enslaved, beaten, they were poor. I mean, you look at the disciples and stuff, man. You go look at all the old prophets and stuff. They weren't rich. The holy people were not rich. Oh, well, you had your Pharisees who were a bunch of thieves. You know, they. But you think Moses, right? Moses was some rich dude, right? After he got exiled from Egypt, right? He ran and came back. Did he, like, was he rolling in a Rolls Royce? No, he went to the wilderness and saw the Holy Spirit in the bush on fire. I am the God of Abraham, and Isaac. You know, like was he living in a hotel? No, no, he was out in the wilderness in a mountain, living in some shack. He didn't have money. Like I'm just trying to understand. Like everyone, oh, you're this, you're that, and I'm looking at the Old Testament, and everything, going, they weren't poor, they weren't rich people. You had a few, but not everyone was rich. And the principles of it, they didn't. You know what? Because Jews are good with money, so they excelled at money, currency. Whoopie doo. I just really think like I just want to be with Jesus. That's it. I want out. I want out of here. It's stupid. Go earn peanuts and have nothing. Like that is the most unlogical thing ever. And you got bozos like Albanese. Oh, I was going to do this, and it was the opposite. Lies. That guy has been the biggest liar to ever run our country. Should be in jail. He's such a liar. He's like the weatherman. Only job you can do and lie, and still keep your job. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm probably going to sell my arcade machine so I can pay my rego. So if anyone wants an arcade machine, 1,500 you can have it. It's got 4,500 games, but you're going to probably have to pick it up because that'll be paid my rego. Oh, I'm willing to sell everything. I'll go live on the gutter. I don't care anymore. I'm so tired of this place. And they're just like, "Oh, you're giving up." I go, "No, you're making a you try and put 1 foot forward, and then you put another three in front." And they say, "Oh, well, you know," and I'm like, "No, I was about to get ahead, and then you just raised the bar even further." Oh, looks like I'm going to be able to. No, I can't. They've just put it even further again. But anyway, I'm just a whinger. I'm just a whinger, a sook, whatever you want to say. Me, to be honest, I'm just a human who can't understand what the hell is going on. You go and work, you think it's good? It's not. It's not. People are greedy, selfish. I'm ready to go, man. Like, I wish I was brought up in a rich family. Then maybe I could have had it when I was young, and then I probably would have had a different life. But I wasn't brought up in a rich family. I was brought up in a broken shit, and I've had to deal with it my whole life. And I thought, it'd be good, people, and it's been the complete opposite, man. It's complete hell, hell, man. It's absolute hell. I mean, that's just over exaggerated because hell's worse. It's a pain unimaginable, and I don't want to go there. That's why I beg every day to Jesus. I want out. I want to go to you. I don't want to be here. This place is terrible. There's no love here. It's everyone be a slave, make nothing, and go to your coffin. And people will try and make it sound like a parrot. Oh, you work real hard. Then eventually, when you get to not being able to walk, not being able to do anything, then you can retire. Did you hear what I just said? Oh, you'll be able to retire comfortably. When you're older, you're not comfortable. You're falling apart. How is that retirement working for you? Oh, I'm all broken now. I'm going to be spending most of my money on going to doctors. Oh yeah, they sold you a load of shit. Work hard in your life and you'll be able to retire easy. No, you work really hard and be broken. And your retirement will be just your recovery before you die. It's the stupidest logic ever put forward by humans ever. Work and retire. What? Everyone knows when you get to a certain age, your body starts to fall apart. And then you're at the doctors more often. So how can they say, oh, when you retire, retire good? No, you're smashed. You're on your way out. You're just getting whatever you can out of humans and selling them a lie. That's why God said don't try and save your life because you'll lose it. It's all there, right there in front of your faces. Oh, you want to save your life? You're going to lose it. You've been brainwashed from the beginning. Go retire. What? So when you get older, your bones are all broken and smashed? Oh, I'm going around on holidays and then I'm enjoying my life. No, you're not. I've seen you all. You're all in pain. You just can't walk properly. You're like me with my knee. And you're all in pain. You got to pop 100 medication things. And oh, but you're living your great retirement life. No, you're not. I've seen so many years in pain and shit. You busted your ass your whole life. And now you're going to retire and you're busted. Well, I earned it though. Yeah, what? You earned a broken back? For what money? To be closer to your coffin, right? So as soon as you stop working, right, everything starts to break down even faster because you're no longer got that drive, right? So your body just goes. So as soon as you work, you've heard it so many times, right? People work, they buy everything, and as soon as they stop working, dead. What do you think the answer from God is with that? You worked all this time to stop, bang, I'll teach you a lesson. That's what it is. That God is teaching you a lesson. You want to save your life, right? Oh, you're retired now. Guess what? Lose your life. You tried to save your life and I'll take it from you. It's in the Bible. How many people, right, have worked all their life, right, retired, and as soon as they retire, bang. Because God said, you want to save your life, you will lose it. See, I'm trying to lose my life, and God's going, no, 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 no. I'm saving your life. Do you understand it now? Because I want out. I want to be dead. I don't want to be here. God's like, no, I'm saving your life. You're my son. You believe in me. You don't have that. It's everlasting life. And I'm like, oh, okay. Because I don't like this place. I don't like the hatred, the discrimination, the clashing, the segregation, the division, the stupidity. I don't like any of it. Just blatantly just hurting each other, humans over shit, when we should be caring about humans first. So I understand what I just said to you because it's true. How many people do you know work all their life, right? Then they retire, and what happens to them? They fall apart and they're dead straight away. And you see a lot of people now retiring early, but that's what they're trying to do. They will make you work until you're no use, and then you're dead. What was your retirement for? You're dead. Do you understand? You have a few walk around, yeah, retirement's good, but then you go look at everything. Once people retire, it's over. They fall apart. And it's God's way of saying, you wanted to save your life. Well, you're losing it. How many people, when they get older, have bad backs and everything after working their ass off? Go on, oh, wait, nearly all of them. That's God's way of saying, right, you thought you were funny, working all your life. I said to you, you want to save your life, you'll lose it. So you worked your whole life, right? Busted your ass, saved up, bought a house, and now you're broken. You lost your life. Oh, but you got all your money, right? Yeah, but you lost your life. You can't function properly. You lost your life. And God said, you want to save your life, you'll lose it. Spitting facts again, eh? How many do you see? How many? They work all their life, they stop, bang, they're busted, they're broken, they're popping medication and stuff, but they're saying they're having a good life. No, they lost their life. They gave it all to the government and the system, and now that they've finished and retired, they're broken, they're busted, they can't live, they lost their life. But they try and snob you, oh, look at all the stuff I've got. And I'm like, yeah, but you can't function properly. You're broken. So where's the win? I see that and there's no win there. There is no win. Okay, you got all this stuff from working hard, but you're busted, dude. Your life is over. You can't do shit. You've broken your body just to have a coffin. That's what your house is. It's a coffin with a kitchen, a bathroom, a bed, and that's what it is for you. It's a coffin. Okay, that's why I want out, because it's just that we're getting used to putting coffins. We're living in coffins. We're not living in a house, and that we're living in a coffin. Saving your life, you're losing it. So I want out. So that's my answer. Praise Jesus. God bless. Enjoy your day. Lots of love. I'm done.